Hey you guys, my name is Paulette Nitschke, and Louise has asked me to come and share some information on another piece of the puzzle today. So we've talked a lot about supplements, and we will talk more, and about oils, of course. A little bit about myself. I'm an occupational therapist, and I also homeschool my 4 kids, and my husband Dan is a contractor. I got introduced to Young Living about 2.5 years ago. I had been very involved with natural health for my own health, and wanted to help others on this journey. And when I kind of got involved in Young Living, I saw that it was a wonderful way to introduce people into a healthier lifestyle. With that, I was able to kind of lay down my occupational therapy degree, go back to school, and I am about to graduate. I've been in for 1 year in a health coaching school through integrative nutrition. And so I wanted to share with you some of the things. It's actually the first thing that they taught us in school, because you go into integrative nutrition school and you think, I'm going to learn all about food. And of course we did, but before we learned about food, they told us about something called primary foods. And so again, primary foods you would think has everything to do with food, but primary foods are not food at all. So primary foods, definition, are going to be things that are in and around your life, part of your life and part of your wellness, but actually have nothing to do with the food that you eat. Research has shown that if in these areas of your life you have fulfilled and you have balance, that your health will tend to be better and your outlook on life will be better. If you are out of balance and if you have lack in any one of these areas, or some of more than one of these areas, that it can affect your health negatively. And we'll talk a little bit more about that. There's plenty of different wellness circles that you can use. I am going to use the one that Oola Balance. I think the name is Oola, Find Balance in an Unbalanced World. This is a book that Young Living really recommends that we all as members grab hold of. I'm going to give you a link after, so that if you don't have the book, you can go and take a self-assessment. But Oola, 2 doctors got together and they wanted to find balance in their lives. And so they came up with the 7 F's. And we're going to go over the 7 F's. And then, kind of cool, Gary Young designed some oils to go along with this. And that's a whole nother, that could be a whole class in and of itself. I'm not going to go into all that, but just know that this principle Young Living has grabbed hold of. And I am so excited because it does go right along with everything that I've learned in school about finding wellness. And that's what we want for everyone. So we're going to go over the 7 F's. And the first one is going to be fitness. So fitness, if there was one area of life that was going to involve diet and exercise, supplements and oils, I would say, it's going to be the fitness area. So when you assess your area of happiness or success in the level of fitness, you're going to look at things like your current body weight. Are you happy with it? And only you know that. How do you feel? How do you, your energy level, the amount of activity that you do in every day, and are you happy with that? Do you have goals in that area that you want to achieve, that you want to improve upon? So the area of fitness is equal in all of these different areas. So if you are low in this area, don't worry, because we're moving on, and I'm sure there's going to be another area that you're going to do really well in. So the next one is finance. And I found this one odd because honestly, finance, well, yeah, of course, money, if you have money, yeah, that makes your life better. But a lack of money can actually make you sick. And it depends a lot on how you were brought up and your views about money. I grew up in a family that was very concerned about money. We constantly were told about money. My dad taught us about money and how to save money and how to be frugal. But as well, currently, our finances are stressor on you. So finances can absolutely affect your health if there's a lack of money. Or, oddly, I guess if you have too much money, and what are you going to do with it? So that would be the area of finance. Family. Now, in that area, I think in my own personal situation about, I have a large family. but what type of time am I spending with that family? Now, this could be very different for somebody whose family's going off to college and you're in a situation where you're having like an empty nest type of a deal. So are you involved with your family? How are the relationships within your family? Is there lots of arguing, lots of fighting, or do you share and express love freely? So that would be the spectrum for family. And then I love this one because fun, because it doesn't matter if you're alone and you know how to have fun, or if you're in a group and you know how to have fun. Just when you go through the self-assessment, they're going to ask you a few prompting questions, and I would like you just to consider and know that fun is a piece of this pie, and very important one in my opinion. Friends. So we have friends. I can tell you that Young Living and the experience I've had over the last 2 years has brought me tons of new friends. If you're watching this video, know that there's a group of people who want to be friends with you because we are like-minded. We are trying to better ourselves. We're trying to get healthier. We're trying to help others. So a lack of friends, if you have a lack in this area, that can affect your health negatively. And that is something that is so simply remedied. You know, internet and all that is wonderful, and there's pros and cons to everything, but oftentimes I have found people who find friends online. So if you live away and you don't live close to us, I know we do locally lots of activities here, but if you can only do things online, no worries. So you have friends. And faith. Faith, really I like to think of faith as, I'm going to put a different little circle there because I don't want you to think of God here. I more want you to think of faith as then your expression of your faith. Maybe your church situation or your way that you worship. And only you know that. And I'm going to talk more about the circle in the center in a minute. And the last one is field. Field is going to represent your career and your career satisfaction. If I would have taken this 2 years ago, this area would have been in a huge deficit. Right now, if I'm currently taking it because I've been in school for a year, this area is probably a little bit larger than it needs to be because I'm spending a lot of time doing my health coaching school as well as doing my Young Living business. And I'm aware that there needs to be some balance, some more balance. But it moves all the time. Like actually they recommend that you do this once every month or once every 3 months just to kind of get a gauge of where you are. So the final thing I want to talk about is the center of your circle, and I think they call it in the book a grounding area, and that can be different for everybody. For me personally, that would be God and my relationship with God. I do believe that my relationship with God affects every area of my circle of wellness, and it enhances every area of that circle. I can think of family situations where I've had to go to God and ask for help. I can think of financial situations where I had to go to God for help. So I hope that this helps you. I will tell you that, again, our Young Living experience, very much every area of this circle can be enhanced as well with Young Living, with the oils, with the supplements. And I hope that you understand. I'm going to put a link probably below in the comments section right after I post this, and it's going to give you a link, go straight to it, and it's going to allow you to do your own self-assessment. The Oola guys have put together an awesome online digital assessment tool, and then after you answer the questions, it's going to show you your circle, your personal circle, and you can subscribe to their blog. And if you're interested, go ahead and get the book. I do hope at some point in the future that we can do maybe a little book study together in person or even online to go through these different areas. So thank you so much, you guys, and I hope y'all enjoy it and have a wonderful day.